Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's gonna be great, and that's because a bunch of more boxes arrived for Daiki's car. So we're gonna go get all that out and figure out what's what and kind of give you the game plan of what's going on with these cars. You can see we got the engine crane out right now because we're switching subframes, but we are also got the 34 down on off the lift because the engine is ready to go in. So the goal is sort this out, then sort that out. Yes, engine back in the 33.4, sorry, getting ahead of myself. 33.4 by the end of today. Fingers crossed. Think we can do it, Daiki? Yeah. This is for you.
Arigato. Thank you.
Show us what you got, buddy.
Yes.
It's Christmas.
Yabai. I miss.
Don't cut your fingers, bro. I'm really excited about this one. I have actually never seen one of these in person. I want to put one on my FD car. Damn, that looks so good. So this is like a little bit different than the traditional oil coolers I guess you'd probably used to running. But yeah, this is kind of nice. It's like a lengthways one, and this is designed to go like above the intercooler, like up in there. So yeah, instead of going down a whole bunch, like his old oil cooler there, you just go super long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
really light?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, that is actually really light.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. Comes with all the fittings and everything we need, so it should be mint. Do you think longer or thicker is more important for oil coolers?
Maybe long and more wind is important.
Airflow. Yeah. I think you're right. He didn't get my joke. He did now. I think it goes from the top here, yeah. Staples, be careful, they're sharp. It's literally Christmas Day for Daiki right now.
Yes.
And then like this. Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's
it came with piping. We didn't know it came with piping. Oh, look at all the free clamps.
Nice. Thank you.
We weren't expecting that. Oh yeah.
It's brand new. Yay.
Does it feel good to have brand new parts?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm a first time to buy new one.
Oh, look, no fins are damaged, Daiki.
Yeah.
No fins are damaged. We need to tape some cardboard on that right away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. Just for comparison, guys, this is Daiki's old intercooler, which this side actually doesn't look too bad. The front is, it's been repaired a lot. Let's just say that. But yeah, it served its purpose, and now we've got a nice new one. Cool. All right, we'll put that back in the box and make sure it's out of the way. And then we'll get into this other big box here. Time for this other big box. Oh, in this box we got some new exhaust gaskets from D-Max. These are really good multi-layer steel ones. Let's go. This one's got all the stuff we need in it. Everything we need to pretty much glue everything together. There it is. Oh, I'm so excited about this stuff. 4-inch pipe. Look at all the vibrant goodness. Ooh. That looks so good. Nothing better than tight radius off the turbo compressor housing. So many vibrant boxes. I love this. We also are doing flex couplers as well. The little flex pipe joiners. SRs move a lot, so you need it. So all the tubing and the piping is individually in each box. That's actually really smart. Stuff don't get scratched or damaged then. Another one of these. I also bought a few extras just for spares because you always need this stuff in the shop at some point. You know, even with this, we're going to probably end up using it. I want to change a bunch of stuff about this car, so we'll be using it. Ooh. It's 4-inch pipe.
Yeah.
I got that just in case we need to modify that for your intake. Yeah. Should be good. We got a 3-inch, what's this? 3-inch inlet outlet, 4-inch length. Only 4 inches. Dang. All right. And then the rest of this is all piping too, but there's a lot of Vibrant in here. Love Vibrant stuff. It's the best. I'm not even sponsored by Vibrant and I use their stuff. Their stuff is amazing. Speaking of, hit me up, Vibrant. Let's do something. Japan. お There you go, Daiki, 見て。タイトの。120でしょ? So this is what we need for the intercooler because we're not using like the stock outlets on that. We're going to be chopping and welding these into it. 120 mil tight radius. Yeah, it's like a hook.
すごいこれ。
That's perfect because the intercooler is going to be upside down and inside the front of his car. And then we're going to use these to go straight like that. Yeah. Perfect. Yep. That's perfect. Exactly what we need. All right. Well, I'm very happy. We got everything we need. Lots and lots of vibrant stuff. Now that we got the Christmas presents all out of the way, you happy?
Yes.
There's still some more packages coming, all right? But this is going to be the hardest part, is all the fab work. So we should have all the fabrication work done by the end of this week, and then we have like 4 days after that to get your car at the competition and everything sorted. So it's going to be fun. Lots to get done still. Anyways, we are currently switching subframes. Previously, he was running this subframe, which has only moved forward by like 15 mil. We're going to a proper FDF one now. The only thing is this mounting is for a S13 rack. We obviously have 14 and 15 racks. It's actually really hard to get 13 racks, like good condition ones, for a fair price here right now. They want like $600, $700, $800 for one. So you can use a 15, 14 rack and just do what WiseFab does, which is you just kind of make a spacer with a pipe. So you can use pretty much anything. Some people even use PVC, but we need to space the rack to 50 mil instead of 45. And this just OD here is 45, but the 13 rack is 50. Found this little bit of aluminum pipe, which is 50 mil, cut a slit out of it so we can slide it on, and then we'll be 50 mil and good to go. It's not the straightest cut in the world. I don't have a drop saw yet, but it'll work, and that's the main thing. The main thing that holds the rack in and stops it going left to right is this, with the edges here. So that's fine. And over here, this is mainly to stop the rack going this way, which it won't. So it's going to be locked in place and we should be mint. My FD car has the same sleeving mechanism, and the WiseFab rack kits actually just use a sleeve. I use a Just Engineering kit in mine, but my subframe is a WiseFab one. Anyway, so we're going to put this all together and get it bolted in and we should be mint. Well, nothing's ever simple. Everything worked great, actually. We went to bolt it all in, and then we realized that these nuts, which you can see that we fought with, are completely stripped out, and they were welded into the subframe here. Now, luckily, the welds weren't super strong, so I was able to just cold chisel this straight off, the bunch of hits with the hammer, and then I cleaned it up with the little belt sander. But we're gonna go to the home center right now and get a new bolt and new nut. Even the bolt is damaged on this. You can actually see a bunch of threads were shredded off here. I don't know how well the camera is gonna focus on this, but a bunch of threads are actually missing and like chewed off. Which is fine, this stuff happens, but it just sucked that this nut was welded on there, so we're gonna get that. And this is a secondhand one, so this is the quickest thing that we could kind of come up with in the short time that we had. So off to the home center, second time today. We got to the home center, we got ourselves our new bolts and washers. Should be good, a little bit longer than what was in there before, but should be fine with a bit of washers, and there was space anyways, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. New bolt and nut did the trick. And that's our sleeve there. Everything fits in there perfect now. Rack's not going anywhere. We should be good to go. We also figured out that the other subframe was also bent, but this was probably the big issue. His steering bushes completely shot. This thing would have been moving around like crazy in there. Which probably explains why the car was steering so weird, Daiki. Where do these belong, Daiki? You gotta say in the bin and throw them in the trash.
Okay.
This is your moment.
No!
What do you want to do? Put in here first?
それは after 後で大丈夫。
これ?
Yeah, just put on this.
Okay. あ、大輝? このエンジンマウント壊れちゃったでよ。Guy cannot get a break.
How comes break?
In case you just missed that, this is Daiki's engine mount. There's supposed to be another section here. So that probably happened because he realized that all the engine mount bolts were loose, and when the engine mount bolts are loose and the engine's bucking backwards and forwards, it does this to your engine mount. So yeah, luckily, now these don't look that great because these were on the abandoned S15. They've just got a ton of surface rust on them, but these are Megan Racing ones, which are just copy Nismo ones. So it's the same, you know, strengthened rubber ones, but it will work fine. So we'll throw this in there, and that way he'll be okay. So we got left and right. We just need a new left one. Luckily the right one's okay, and he'll be good. Well, that front subframe swap definitely was a little bit more involved than we were anticipating. And obviously we found some broken things and whatnot along the way, but it's all fixed now. Everything's in place. Daiki's engine is now sitting in the correct location too, which is awesome. And yeah, we just gotta get the lower arms in and stuff. But the good news is the engine crane is now free, which means this guy can go into the bay of the Skyline. So I'm really excited about. The last time you guys saw this, I don't think it had a lot of this stuff done on it, like all just like kind of the tedious things. I've got all the water lines run. I've got all the, you know, the oil drain run from the back of the head. One thing as well, this is gonna drive me insane, and it's gonna be in the back of my head knowing that there's a blue fitting on this car. And I just want you guys to know about it too. So if you're as OCD or ADHD as me, that you now know that there's a blue fitting here on this, and it doesn't match the black at all. But yeah, it's there, it's there. Pro tip for anyone, so you don't have to use the bulb fitting, you can drill and tap that into a dash 6. And yeah, that's what we're doing for the water lines. Everything comes down here. There's decent space between the manifold here and the hoses and the heat shield, just kind of tucking everything there, making it nice. I am planning to try and get, I think Artec makes a really nice like clip-on heat thing for this, which will make it look really good. And will also help this out. But yeah, everything's done. We ran the oil drain from the head to this part here, and the drain for the turbo goes to the front one, which is beautiful, and we're all pretty much good. The only thing I don't like about it though is that I had to run the water line between the two runners here, but that's the same on my SR, and actually the Bergen 32 has the same thing, but I don't love it. And if I had a 120-degree fitting here, I think I could bring it from down the bottom, but even then it would still be just as close to the exhaust manifold as if I ran it in there. But we've got the heat sleeve on there, so it should be okay. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm pretty happy. The only thing we need to do is rear main, and then we're all good. It's time to get this thing in the bay. It is time. The engine stand is off. All right, I'm gonna get something to sit this on so we can do the rear main, and it's time to pop her in. Definitely feeling a little bit emotional right now, knowing that this thing's gonna be running very soon. I'm so excited, like absolutely so excited. This is my dream RB25 Neo build for sure. This is everything that I wanted to do to actually the engine that was in my 34 Skyline in Australia. So this is kind of me, like a little bit of a redemption arc right now. I'm really excited, I really am. I cannot wait to feel what this is gonna feel like. And then my ultimate dream after that was to do a much bigger like displacency engine in that 34, which obviously stage 2 for this girl. But anyways, enough chit chat. Let's get this thing in here. Wiring wise, I still have a lot to do in the bay and tidy stuff up, but I can't actually make my looms and know how long I need to make all the pigtails and all that kind of stuff until the engine's in there, because then I can actually measure lengths and stuff. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna put it in, sit her in, bolt her in. Once the engine's in there, I'll send it up. We'll put the clutch and flywheel and the transmission on tomorrow. But for now, my main goal is engine in there. Daiki's still doing subframe things. Actually, he's just getting the rack centered and putting the steering shaft on and all that kind of stuff. As you just saw, the RV is in, and I am so hyped on how this looks. It looks amazing. I do think the pink kind of clashes with the red engine bay, but I've always wanted to do a pink RV, and obviously you guys know I like pink. But this engine is stage 1, and it is most likely going to get taken out and put in either the Bergen 32 or the abandoned 32 Skyline out the front. But for now, I'm really happy with this, or it might go in an air chassis. I don't know yet. But this engine is just a temporary engine for the next few months while our other engine is being built for this thing. Very special one. But for now, this is great. This is amazing. It's exactly what I wanted, and I'm really excited about it. And all we got to do now is pretty much button up everything else around it, all the tedious stuff that I'll do in between videos and all that kind of stuff. And then this thing will be ready for first start. There's a lot that needs to be done. We're obviously moved to a Neo engine. There's a few different sensors and stuff like that and plugs and couplers we got to kind of mess around with, I think. But otherwise, we're good. We are really good. I'm so happy about this. Like, actually, this looks incredible. This plasma intake manifold, really nice. I think it kind of gives you a little bit more space too, just to get everything done. I like this. It's going to be interesting, kind of just looking at this and thinking about intercooler piping. The old intercooler piping came through here. I guess we could kind of just go into there, but I'd rather have something more direct. So maybe we actually just cut this out a bit more and just go straight down and in, but we'll figure that out. I don't even know if I'm going to use the old intercooler yet. I kind of think we might need to upgrade that, but for now, engine's in. The rest of it we'll figure out as we go. I had a win over here. Unfortunately, while I was doing that, Daiki had a loss. One of his bolts for his steering shaft stripped. So he was getting all frustrated, as I would too, and I'm sure everyone else has been there. And at that point, I was like, let's take a break. So we got some Wendy's Ubered to us. It's pretty late right now. I think it's like 11 o'clock. So we're gonna sit down, have some Uber Eats, some Wendy's, and then we'll get back onto his car and sort that out. I'm pretty much done with the Skyline for now. I'm happy with that. I feel like I've accomplished a ton today just because the engine's in the bay. That's all I need. Pro tip, everybody, if you see someone with a tap and a crescent wrench under the car like this, probably best not to disturb them. Walk away slowly. I wish I could say that this was the first time tonight that we've had to re-tap bolts and all that stuff on this car, on this subframe, but like, I don't know what happened in the previous person's car, but yeah. Not good. A lot of stripped or thread or cross-threaded bolts and stuff. We fixed the steering rack shaft issue. We just had to re-drop the subframe and readjust the alignment so that the bolt was lined up on the shaft with the flat spot. And we're all good there. And then, yeah, we had to re-tap a few on the other side, and we're re-tapping this side too. Luckily, this bolt here is M12 by 1.25, the same as Nissan studs on your wheels. So luckily I have the tap and the die and everything for that. So very lucky. It's also nearly 1 AM. It's fine. I have to edit after this too. One of those days. It's fine. Well, we've got good news, guys. The bolt's in. Finally. Remember when we thought this would be done by 8 o'clock? No chance. No chance that was gonna happen.
Sorry.
It's okay, bro.
But sorry.
Stop saying sorry. It's fine, bro. It's cars. It's normal.
I already come out of my crying, you know what I mean. Always make this trouble. Arigato, hontou.
No, you're good, dude. Don't worry about it. We're good. We're good. Everything's in there now. We just gotta tighten things up. His rack's like 40, maybe 50 mil forward right now. It's actually insane. This should feel a lot better compared to the old subframe he had. The rack was only like 15 mil forward. Now I think this is gonna feel a lot better for him. I think this is gonna be perfect. I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of changes about this car when he drives it next. Good changes, things that should make this thing feel a lot better. And we've pretty much gone over everything in the angle kit and get this thing aligned, and it should be good. Another thing that I can't remember if I showed you, I got some aqueducts for Daiki's car. One big issue is Daiki always gets heat stroke, and that's because there is absolutely no way that fresh air can get into his car when he is competing and driving. Absolutely nothing. This is just perspex. It doesn't go up or down. Everything is sealed. No air comes into the car. So what we're doing is we're going to be putting the aqueducts, or whatever these are called. I don't know. Aqueduct. I thought it was aqueducts, but that sounds like something to do with water. I don't know. Anyways, you guys can tell me in the comment section if you know what these are called. But this is going to be going here. Then we're going to hook up a little fan with some, you know, just, I guess, dry cleaner kind of piping onto that. And that's going to be pumping fresh air onto his face or something like that. We'll like directed ducting. It'll be a little sketchy at first. Not sketchy, it'll just look a little weird in there with all the ducting and stuff. But just so he gets some kind of airflow inside the car. And then the only other concern I have is it sucking in some of the smoke from the rear tires. But at least with that, he can just open his door and let it drain out like what I do with my FD car when it fills up with smoke. But yeah, some kind of air is definitely needed in this thing. It's definitely been one of those kinds of days where not really much went according to plan, except for this. This went according to plan. Engine's in the bay, so I feel good about that. But the weather is terrible. It is pouring so hard right now. I'm sure you can hear it on the mic. Everything that we were doing to Daiki's car, it was supposed to be a quick subframe swap, turned into a whole ordeal and us just finding a ton of stuff wrong and fixing it. But the good news about that is obviously that we've now found all that stuff, so that's not going to be an issue later on, and it's not going to cause him from performing bad in competition, which is one of the, like, the whole reason why we're doing what we're doing with his car. And obviously, one other good thing is he got a bunch more packages for the car. The project and his car is just going to keep evolving from here and getting better and better. We actually spoke to some more companies. They reached out to us after seeing the initial video and they loved it and they wanted to get on board too. He doesn't know this yet, but it's going to be some other cool upgrades coming for his car that's only going to make it even more reliable and even better. I think out of everything though, I'm most excited just to see his reaction to driving the car as it should have been. You know, he's never ever driven an SR without a cracked exhaust manifold and it being kind of laggy in the bottom end. He's pretty much never driven an SR that had bottom end or mid range. It's always been top end. So I'm just really excited for him to feel what an SR should feel like. And then second, what an S15 should also feel like. I think that's something that he's just never really experienced because everything that he's ever driven has kind of been hand-me-down, secondhand things or just kind of slapped together and rushed to make an event. It's never been kind of like thought through and everything. Bear in mind, we are rushing to make his next comp. But it's going to be miles better than what he had before. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Can we just go home? Stop touching this. We can do this tomorrow. He wants to hook up the lines. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it here then. I'm wrecked. I need to go home. I got to edit this video. Guys, I hope you're excited. Daiki's excited. It's going to be good. Subscribe. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe if you haven't already. All right. Definitely going to be some more updates on this car coming up. Also, this weekend is Drift Matsuri. It's going to be very, very hot, but it's going to be fun. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream it or anything like that yet. So keep an eye on my socials. But if I do stream it, it'll be on the Twitch channel. And if you aren't following me on Twitch, make sure you do. We're streaming on there every week. But for now, I'm going to head home. Thank you for watching. Smash that like button, write us a comment, and subscribe like Daiki said. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.